Hello, this is Tim Lloyd from GMAT.cz, Product Gain Access in Prague, Central Europe. Okay, this is the third question from our free online assessment test for potential GMAT students. This is a straightforward average speed question involving a train that goes on a direct route from A to B, stations A to B. As you can see, the first step, as always, put the information from the question stem into some form of story, equations, etc. So 330 mile separation, start point, start time, etc. Okay, so with the actual average speed formula, one thing I'll say is wherever you hear the word average, it's extremely important that you think about totals, and average speed is total distance divided by total time. There are a few questions where you can take shortcuts on this, but it's just really not recommended. So with this in mind, let's first of all try to establish the total time. Obviously, because we're dealing with hours and minutes as in a time from a clock, you need to be quite careful not to get this calculation wrong. Now there are 40 minutes if we go from 4:42 to 5:22. So in other words, we're going to add 40 minutes from 5 up to 5:22, and from 5:22 to 8:22 is 3 hours. So that's the easiest way to do that. Now converting from 3 hours 40 minutes into something that can actually be used in this calculation. What we're going to do is just convert this into a fraction, and that is 3 2/3 hours. You don't have a calculator in GMAT. Decimals can be a little bit awkward, so I tell all our students, get used to converting things such as 40/60 to their fractional equivalent. We'll cover this in the proportions ratio questions during the course. Next step, we know total time is 3 2/3 hours, so we now go back to our equation. The total distance, there's no return journey. I wrote this to be a pretty straightforward reminder of this particular formula. So it's just average speed is total distance, which is 330 miles, divided by total time, which is 3 2/3. Now remember, if you're doing a problem solving question on GMAT or one of the similar tests, you can just use process of elimination. Now approximation as well here is very useful. The answer here is just a little bit below 100, because if you think about it, you're dividing 330 by something which is slightly larger than 3 1/3. So if it were 3 1/3, it'd be 100 approximately. So look at your answer choices, and if you're able to choose one answer which is just below 100, you can finish the question. Anyway, let's actually do the math now. Converting this into one single dirty fraction, if you like, or top heavy, improper fraction, whatever you want to call it, 3 2/3 is 11/3. So we can now multiply 330 by the reciprocal of the fraction on the bottom. So it's much easier just to change it to 330 times 3 divided by 11. Okay, so it's an easy question, but I just wanted to highlight in this question a few small points, approximation being one of them, and using the reciprocal method when you're dividing by a fraction. So it's 990 divided by 11. Clearly 99 is divisible by 11 without a remainder, so it's evenly divisible. The result is 90, which, as we predicted, is just below 100. So the correct answer choice for this question is C. Thank you very much. Go ahead and look at the rest of the explanations for this assessment test. Feel free to contact us directly with any further questions about our GMAT services. Thank you, and see you soon.